Hey, what's up, YouTube? Happy July 27th, Sunday, July 27th. Hope all is well out there. I wanted to come back um, and do another live. Um, it's about basketball wives, Jackie Christie and Chantel Christie. Um, so, as you know, next week is the season finale. So, hope that all goes well. Hope that be a little bit more surfaced that last episode than these past few episodes, because these last few episodes with Jackie Christie and Chantel Christie has been a bit much. And I just wanted to say, um, there were some comments saying that um, Jackie was the one that was wrong and Chantel did what she had to do. And I want to put this out there. Neither Jackie nor Chantel was right in this situation. They both was wrong. But I do feel like Chantel did come in her mother's space, okay, and provoked her mother for that to happen, for her mother to do what she did. For Chantel's actions gave that to be Jackie's reactions. And when you come and you push someone and bother someone, Jackie kept saying, I'll have a talk with Chantel, just me and her. And she kept saying, I want it to be peaceful. I don't want everybody in our business. Stay out of my family's business. And I think by the time that Denise, and this is just in my opinion, this video is just in my opinion. I think that when Denise and Brittany came around and Chantel saw that they had her back, not even knowing Jackie or getting to know Jackie. Yes, Brittany has did a season before with Jackie, but that's not really getting to know someone. And Denise just coming around, I think, I believe they jumped on Shanny's side and not knowing the real truth. Do I believe that there's some past family trauma with Jackie and Chantel? Most definitely. Do I believe that that should have aired out on TV? No, I don't. Do I believe that that airing out on TV made their situation worse? Yes, I do. And I'm not making no excuses for Jackie, but Jackie been on Basketball Wives for 12 seasons. Okay? Of course, yes, she's been getting into it with the other ladies, that tit for tat stuff. That's regular women, normal female situations every day. But when you put someone's daughter on TV and it airs out like that wasn't right, and I don't like it. And so I hope we can spread better awareness, better solutions to our everyday mothers, daughters, Jackie Christie's father's sons who's in this situation, because there is some actual people out there in that situation. And I hope they don't watch this show and say, well, Chantel did that to her mother, so I'm going to do this to my mother. I hope they don't take it the wrong way. I'm just hoping that we could spread um, more positivity in the world than this. Because nowadays, a lot of these folks, and y'all know it, they don't go by what's right, they go by what's popular. And that is very, very not good for this kind of world that we're growing up in. These generations are changing, it's not the same, and it ain't normal. Had I would have talked to my mother like that, okay, I would have woke up next season of Basketball Wives. And there is nothing that bad for me to call my mother by her first name, which Chantel Christie was calling Jackie Christie by her first name, and then tells her, I will violate you. I see why Jackie kept walking away. Jackie kept walking away. Chantel kept coming, pushing, provoking, pushing. And I believe Jackie, like I said, both their actions was wrong, but when Jackie was trying to walk away, I believe that was the right thing to do. And I can't believe that that episode, that last past episode from last Monday, was able to air like that. Once that scene was played out, that should have been never televised. And I could feel Jackie, because now look, you have 12 seasons of Basketball Wives. Jackie been there most of the seasons. And everybody keeps saying that's not Jackie's show. That's not Jackie's show. Well, let me break it down for you. Jackie is married to Doug, who is a basketball player, which makes her a basketball wife that made her a cast member on the show. She may not be an executive producer or the person who owns the show, but she's a cast member. And her daughter came to her show. And if they knew that Jackie and her daughter had all these issues going on, that should have been a big no-no. Because now when Basketball Wives come back, if it comes back, and I hope it do, and I hope it has a better perspective to the show, it's not going to definitely be the same anymore. And you also got to look at this. There's been a Basketball Wives reunion for mostly all the seasons I've ever known. They maybe missed like maybe 1 or 2 seasons of the reunions. And then now that this happened between Jackie and her daughter Chantel, there's not going to be no reunion. So that explains a lot right there, because I understand Jackie. Bring y'all daughters on the show and air y'all business out. This ain't y'all business coming on here and everybody gonna get paid off of me and my daughter. No, that don't work like that. Air some of y'all stuff out. Let's talk about some of y'all daughters and stuff, because it's a few of them, those cast members with daughters, I believe that they need to air out some stuff. They not being real. Okay, it's some skeletons in them closets, as Jen would say about Evelyn's daughter. In my opinion, I believe some of that stuff is true. Y'all talked about Jackie and her daughter all season, but soon as she bring up Evelyn's daughter, Evelyn pulls the victim card. I don't like that, because if you in front of everybody and airing that woman business out, you should be able to get the same treatment. So, but anyway, yeah, so I hope that it gets better and don't get worse. I don't want to see another reality TV show where a mother and a daughter get into it like that. That was very disappointing. That was very disgusting. That was very disgraceful. And I don't want to see it again. So I hope that they put a spin on the narrative of the show. It's better ways out there, ladies. If you feel like you're in that situation, I'm no therapist, I'm no doctor, I'm no psychiatrist, I'm no counselor. Reach out to your resources in your area and get some help, because that is not normal. And there's resources out there. You just have to be willing to use them. And another thing, if you have issues like that, number one, you have to be able to admit that you have issues that's going on. Do I feel like Jackie is a narcissist? Because everyone is saying, well, Jackie is a narcissist and this and that. Yeah, Jackie have some ways to her, but it's still in the Bible that the child must honor thy mother, thy father, or your days will be numbered. If you felt like your mother was not right and didn't do you right, you should walk away. And I can't figure out your situation for you. Especially, everyone has to figure out their own thing, and I'm not in that situation. And if I was, I would have to do what's best for me. So I'm saying whoever is, if someone is in that situation, do what's best for you. But to come on your mother's show and act out like that is not the solution. It's better solutions. And then you have to remember, Chantel, you have a son and a daughter. What you put out in the atmosphere is what you will receive. And yeah, Jackie was saying that, well, according to Jen, because we never heard it from Jackie's mouth, um, that Jackie was going to get custody of her grandkids. Nowadays, I don't see a lot of grandmothers stepping up with their grandchildren. But if it was my mother or my situation, I would let my mother see my kids. I would let her. My mother loved kids. She always have. She loved my son. She takes good care of him. She takes good care of me. And that's not everybody's situation, but what grandmother in their right mind wouldn't want to see their grandkids? Because we don't know. It seems like Chantel, you not letting her see the kids, and she want to. Okay, yeah, she didn't have that relationship with you, but see how that relationship works out with them. Because if all of this was going on in y'all lives, Chantel, where was all of this at when you aired on the show before? You never said a word about it before. And I'm not saying it's not true, but I'm just saying for all of this to come out now is, alarming to me. Because this is something that didn't happen overnight. And I feel like that was your mother's space, and you could have said, because you claim you're an adult, you're not a child, but you have a lot of childish behaviors that you're going to call your daddy and all of this. But this is something that ain't just happened overnight. And then you expect your mother to have your back against Brandy and the other ladies when you're being disrespectful. So you go pick the fight, and your mother's supposed to fight the battle. But when Brittany was calling your mother all types of B words and all of that, okay, you said nothing. You should have nipped that in the bud, because first of all, any friend of mine won't ever be able to call my mother the B word, not in my face. And we still friends, and she ain't somewhere bandaged up. That was a big no. And that you should have shut that down. Because the way Denise was a little bit, but that Brittany, she was on 100. And she was coming for your mother. And you done and said absolutely nothing, Chantel. And I know that probably really hurt your mother. Because Brandy didn't really do anything to you, Chantel. All she said was stay in a child's place. And if I was a young lady hanging with my mother and her friends, and her friend told me stay in a child's place, that's exactly what I'll do. Yeah, we know you 30 years old, but you're not acting like it. Especially when you gonna say, if I call my dad, it'll be over. But you're grown now. So if you're grown, you got to act the part and play the part. Okay? So I absolutely don't agree with your actions. I absolutely don't agree. I feel like if your mother was to check Brandy, you should have checked Brittany and Denise. And you've done none of that. It's like you met these two girls, became friends with them, and they became on the Jackie bandwagon. They put the battery in your back, and you just flipped. So if anything, you need to be apologizing to your mother. Yeah, she should apologize to you, but you should apologize to your mother as that being your mother. And Brittany and Denise, in my opinion, should apologize as well, because they all were wrong. But see, they young, and they will get it one day. If they don't get it now, they will get it one day. That you do not talk to and treat someone's mother like that, because you have a mother as well. And that means if you sat up there and talk to someone's mother like that, that's not even your mother. Business, yeah, Chantel was putting y'all in the business, I know. But getting into some business that had nothing to do with y'all, then your mother is off limits. So, I hope that it gets better. I hope the ladies do better. I hope Jackie come back, but I wouldn't even be mad if Jackie didn't come back. Hell, I wouldn't even be mad if they took the show off and don't show it no more. Because that should have never happened with that episode. That should have never made TV. But nowadays, people don't go by what's right. They go by what and who's popular, and it's just not right. But in the end, God has the last say so, and how you do your parents will come back on you. I hope y'all have a great Sunday. I had to come and get that off my chest. Please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'll come to your videos. Like, share, subscribe. Have a good day.